Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Wizardry 8. Hopefully.
There we go, okay. We've got sound. I was tinkering with my audio settings earlier. I do apologize for the late start to the stream, which doesn't matter to you guys because it's not like I'm regularly... It's not like I start the stream on a regular time anyway. But I have been trying all day, as you might have noticed from the thing behind me. Hey, Pascal. Hey! So, I got Firefox to work, at least. The, whatchamacallit is still broken, but that's the... We've got sound. Son of a bitch. Wait, why am I hearing myself? God damn it. I don't want to hear myself. This is bullshit. Okay. Muted. There we go. Change those Firefox settings. Okay, so now we have to close the game and restart it. How bad is that? I don't like it. So, I have surrounded myself in fucking pillows and mattresses completely with the express purpose of trying to mitigate this fucking sound. And it's still there. And if anything, it's louder than ever because fuck you, Ark, that's why. So... life is sad. So, anyway. So I've been spending the last about hour fucking around taking every soft thing in my house and trying to condense it into this space to try and protect the microphone from the basically active construction site that surrounds me. Because Singapore likes to build things out of concrete, which has absolutely no damage absorption potential whatsoever. So, how bad is the background audio, Pascal? Since you're in here. Alright, we need to swap some stuff. So, he needs... So, for those of you who missed the very short 1 hour stream that I did for math just now, yeah. The question is whether it's... I mean, it's obviously annoying. The question is whether it's, like, a serious irritant that would negate, like, not... basically say, okay, well, just don't stream. Like, is it going to hurt anyone that it exists? Because there's nothing... I can't remove it. Right, that's not an option, so my other option is to just not stream. So, that's the problem with this kind of thing, is that... mechanically speaking, I'm bound by the fact that I don't have a proper studio space. Let's see here. It's very frustrating for me. It's very, very frustrating for me. I really like Singapore in every way except professionally. Because professionally, it seems like Singapore is actively trying to hurt me every step of the way. Every step of the way, it's like, okay, well, good luck selling fantasy novels in Singapore, because you cannot hand sell any books in Singapore that aren't get-rich-quick schemes. They're just not, there isn't a big enough market for it, right? You can't, and none of the bookstores want it either. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll do live streaming. Oh, wait. You can't record because you're in an active construction site. Always. It's like, ugh. Anyway. And it's not that Singapore's doing anything wrong. It's just that the specifics of what I am trying to do not pan well with what Singapore is good for. I would have a much easier time if I wanted to be a banker. Okay, so what am I doing now? We are going to pop over here. Controls feel a little odd to me. Oh, right. So what I wanted to do, so for those of you who missed the last stream, which was just me sitting here doing math, So I don't think that people are going to want to watch that for an hour. The reason that I took off her offhand weapon is because if you look, if she equips this offhand weapon, she gets one extra attack with her secondary weapon and loses an attack with her main hand. So screw that noise. She's not dual wielding for now. She'll dual wield again when she gets the sufficient stats to justify it. As for her, she is basically just doing like skill increases at this point. Like, her purpose in this class is to get her skill. So it's very silly to not have her maximize the amount of skill that she can get. She can dual wield and use pole arms, not at the same time, but within the same context of a fight, right? Because the pole arm is a reach weapon, dual wield is not. But she can't use sword and board to any good effect with, like, polearm, because it's like, why would you want to switch to sword and board? You want to do more DPS. So anyway, it's actually identical. There's absolutely no difference there. But she's getting the critical skill, so she wants to dual wield. So for her, she doesn't really lose a lot because her attack rating is shit anyway, and everything is fine. So I did confirm by, like, doing all the math and looking around at stuff that it doesn't look to me like it matters that I dual classed her. The multi-classing for her, frankly, doesn't matter. It's a short-term problem because of the fact that she's using weapons that she sucks with. But aside from that, everything is fine. Now, as for him, he is also taking off his offhand weapon. So that will actually substantially increase my overall DPS because we are... It just is. It's just going to substantially increase our DPS because we're going to be using main hand weapons exclusively instead of those bullshit crap weapons. So, do I want to go downstairs? No. No, I don't. Because I think that the way that I'm supposed to get to where I'm going is I go to the fourth bow, and then I just use these pedals. That's my thinking. So, I'm going to head over there and try it out. So, fingers crossed that this works for us. So, and again, I do really apologize for the sound quality. I really, really want to give you guys good sound quality, and there's just... It's an extremely uphill battle to actually get the sound quality where I want it to be, you know? And... It's a rough time. So anyway, we're going to continue on. We've got a bunch of blood on the floor and stuff like that, which is always exciting. There's a hostel over there somewhere. I will say, this is a pretty cool area. Just generally speaking, this area is actually very interesting. Just the whole way that it works, the sort of treehouse aspect to it is... How the hell did I do that? God damn it. Okay, well, let's try this again. I got myself completely turned around. It's a linear path. Oh, man. How on earth did I do that to myself? Come on. Get with the program, Arctole. Hello. So that is a very strong-looking bat. It looks like this bat is here, and these ones are all in that building. So I think we should be in a better spot than I think. Okay, so we don't need to move at all. We're just gonna start stabbing this thing in the face. Now, the reason that I have her dual wielding is that, unlike the others, because she sucks with her weapon, she's not going to get 2 attacks with her... Why does it say that they're getting 2 attacks and they didn't get 2 attacks? Let me take a look. What's going on? What went wrong? It says you have 2 attacks. Why didn't you get 2 attacks? So Sorlin should get, at some point during this turn, another attack. Stretch my camera along the entirety of the right black. You know, actually, with the... I just realized this because this is a widescreen thing overall. So, did those two get their extra attack in? Yes. Okay, so they all attacked at the end of the round. I think it might have been because I did a movement action. I think that might have interrupted my... like, interfered with my attacks. Okay, the other bats are not actually attacking me properly. But yeah, I can edit the settings for this. I would have to create custom settings for this particular game, which is generally something that I avoid doing because I'm lazy. But I could actually do that. Because if I just move the video to the left a little bit, then I wouldn't be taking up the thinger. Okay, so this time we are going to move.
If you say so.
Oh, I could hit cancel move, I think. I could just cancel the movement. That might be an interesting idea. I don't actually know how to do that. I would need to get some sort of chat plugin if I wanted to do that. I'm also not entirely sure that, like, it's fine when I'm doing the stuff on the PS4 for me to have the chat directly in the video. And there are advantages to it, but I do, deliberately... What? Since when does Korgrik have the ability to insta-kill? Special attack KO. So that isn't knockout, that's kill. Okay. The one disadvantage of doing that is that there are times where I deliberately am ignoring something that someone says in the chat. And I've noticed it particularly on my, the PS4, that without, like, investing into moderation, because of the fact that my chat moves very slowly, if someone says something inappropriate, I don't want to have to take action so that it's not sitting there right on the live stream for 2 hours, right? So there's advantages and disadvantages to having it on an overlay. I prefer to be able to selectively choose what to respond to and what not to. And so there's advantages and disadvantages to it. And I don't know. It's something to consider, but... Yeah, I know that the critical hit skill gives the chance for an instant KO. I know that, or an instant kill rather. And I thought that the KO thing on that was knockout, but it might just be instant kill. Okay, so this is... I don't know how much experience this gives. Interesting.
Very well.
So we're gonna do... I'm gonna check if I can do a movement action. I was gonna see if I could cancel the movement action before. Yeah, it does look like there actually is, an advantage there. But yeah, the critical strike skill does apply to that, but the ranger doesn't have the critical strike skill. I know that it applies to range, though, because that's basically the entire shtick of the ninja class, is that they have the chance to instant kill with their throwing weapons. Admittedly, bows are not throwing weapons, but I can't imagine that they're programmed to specifically disallow it. Yeah, that's what I would have expected. It might be a problem with the descriptor on this particular weapon, but I don't know that I have anything that would do that. I can check, but that's literally the first time I've seen it. Which, considering that I haven't had Demon Sting for that long... And it also could be, I don't know, vampire bats might be, like, coded as demons. So there might also be an instant kill chance on all demon-type enemies, or something like that. Hard to say. No, I mean, I get people who come in here and are... like, clearly trolling on a semi-regular basis. I get it less now. It was actually strange, because I got people coming in here and, like, just blatantly trolling way more before I had as many, like, when I had fewer people, which I think is very odd. You would expect that the more people that you have, the more you would end up with people coming in and trolling. But it seems like they're almost intimidated by the fact that there are other people around, and so they just don't. That seems to be the basic gist. There is that when people are looking for someone to troll, they're looking for, like, someone that they think is a live streamer who's sort of susceptible to it, which would mean someone who doesn't know what they're doing and is probably relatively insecure. It doesn't really work very well with me because I'm not insecure, so I basically just ignore them. So, but yeah, I don't consider... I have not... There have been a couple of times where you've said things that I thought were things that I was not super happy with, but that's more of, like, you know, personal preference. You weren't deliberately trying to troll or anything like that, and so I'm not that concerned about that kind of thing. Like, if people step over a line, I will say, you know, okay, you have stepped over a line that, you know, keep this chat civil. But you haven't stepped over any lines where I felt like I had to actually, you know, act on it. And when it comes to people who are, like, actually just trolling, where I feel like the intention of what they're trying to do is get a negative response out of someone, whether it be me or the rest of the people in the chat or what have you. When people are deliberately trolling, I don't even respond. I just immediately block them. I just ban them from the chat because it's just simpler that way. And I don't think there's any reason to allow someone whose express purpose is to create drama to create that drama. You know, it just doesn't seem reasonable to me. And there are some people who are more edge cases, right? Where I don't know why some people do this, but some people have this weird like stealth trolling thing where they act kind of like normal human beings, except they're bad actors. So they don't act really... They act like what they think a normal human being will act like for the first 10 minutes in there at the chat, and then they get progressively worse and worse and worse. And for those people, I will give them a warning before I ban them, but it almost exclusively, almost inevitably ends in a ban with that, because it's just one of those things where it's like... It's not that hard to identify what they're trying to do, you know?
Very well.
And it's very strange. I don't understand why people do it. I don't know. I guess part of it is because it's very difficult to get a response out of someone like me, because I'm basically a robot. But, you know, if I get annoyed, I'm just gonna ban you, so, you know, have fun with that. I don't know, people are just weird. But I also have people, and this is just to, you know, understand. I don't think that people who, you know, I don't think that everyone who thinks that I'm terrible at X game is a troll. It's not like anyone who comes in here and is talking shit is someone that I would consider a troll. It's nothing like that. There's specific sort of mannerisms and specific ways of presenting yourself, and specific like there's a modus operandi of someone who's like actively trying to troll, and they're not very clever, and they pretty much all sound the same. So you pretty much have a good idea of, oh, okay, well, I know where this is going, right? As soon as they come in the chat, you know exactly where it's all going, right? But yeah, I have noticed, and this is weird, that the more like popular I get, the fewer people are actually trolling, and the more people, you know, some of them think I'm doing a bad job at any given time, right? And they'll say as much, right? But it's good in good humor, right? And part of that might be that, you know, as I get a larger viewer base, that I'm spending less time, you know, talking basically to myself. It's also just time is passing, and where did that come from? Okay. That was weird. Interestingly enough, the bless effect that came out from this thing did not actually overwrite this bless. I don't think. Anyway, so it's entirely possible that the reason that there's less trolling has nothing to do with the actual behaviors of the people, and more like the what should we call it? The measures that have been taken by Twitch and things like that to deal with it. I doubt it though, because I mean, I find it hard to imagine Twitch taking terribly serious of steps to deal with trolling, because it's too large a component of their platform. But let's see. Do I want to use a big farm? I think I do.
If you say so.
Yeah, and I have noticed that as well. But I think it also has to do with the personality of the streamer and the kind of community that they propagate. Because a lot of streamers are more trolly. Like, the way that they behave is trollish. And I'm sure there's a lot of streamers who respond to trolls in a way that the trolls like. And I don't have any problem with, like, memes and things like that. If people want to share a meme or whatever, that's fine, as long as I don't, you know, as long as I don't think that the meme is inappropriate. You know, I have no problem with people sharing that kind of stuff. But people don't tend to do it in my channel. I don't know. It's just... But, I mean, bear in mind that I also don't have, there's usually not a huge number of people in here for people to be sharing those memes with, so... So we're only hitting 4 enemies. This is rather overwhelming. Okay, so we've got a rank weed here. Do I want to run away to get myself back up? How do I not know how much HP this thing has?
If you say so.
Is it because it took damage while I was out of range?
Sure.
I wonder. Okay, I think that I can get into range of just this one and start beating on it. Hey! 4 damage and Miles is no longer asleep. That is what I like to see. Okay. Oh! She's no longer asleep either! Ooh, that backstab. Okay, this has 15 HP left. That is 43.
If you say so.
So, what are we gonna do? I don't have anybody that needs healing right now. I'm gonna just keep punching these things, trying to rank up my, It's a lot of misses. Muscatabat!
More food for the worms.
Okay, why are you talking like a crazy person all of a sudden? I don't understand this. I'm a little concerned.
Good.
I might not have gone far enough back.
Not feeling
Okay, so that thing... that thing is unfortunately too far away. We can use another Noxious Fumes. Blast that over here.
taken care of.
I feel unwell.
Ooh, double damage.
Yes, that's much better.
And how are we doing? Guess we could cast another fireball over here. How many are there? There's probably quite a few. I'd suspect that some of them are still camouflaged in the back and I can't see them.
Understood.
So the rankweed is level 12. The crimson poppies are substantially lower level than the rankweed. So I'm gonna try to kill this rankweed. I'm going to badly fail to even stab this thing once. And interestingly enough, this thing didn't even attack. So the key here is that I think the rankweed can't sleep. These, I think, can. That is a lot of effects.
If you say so. Very well.
I cast it less.
I'm on it.
So, because of the fact that I don't have to move, I should have a reasonably easy time blowing this thing up. How are those things doing? Okay, those things are at full HP. So those things were out of range before. No, don't miss.
I'm really torn up here, guys.
Okay, so she is injured. I'll go ahead and heal her.
Very well.
I don't want her getting knocked out.
If you say so.
Okay, so we need 4 more damage. That's a problem. Everybody's pretty high on life, though. We're fine. Probably. Seriously? There we go. Okay, so this thing picked up Sorlin. And I'm gonna try to keep him alive.
Very well.
I actually don't know how long the reach is on their tentacles. I don't want him to get stabbed from behind by these things. So that one defended. So what else do we want to do? Wakey, wakey.
I am covered with cuts and bruises.
You know, interestingly enough, he's complaining about it.
Very well.
The samurai, who's way lower in life and in percent life, is not complaining. She's just like, eh, whatever. Not gonna see me complaining. Nice. Nasali's damage output has really started to, like, pull into serious territory. Like, she's doing a lot of damage now.
Ordinary triumph.
I'm really torn up here, guys.
Alright, so we're going to use Cure Poison. That is a lot of EXP. Hey, he's no longer poisoned!
Better.
My ailment has abated.
Alright, so... Masali's sword skills improved. So, we don't want to have...
Yeah?
So it looks like
Present?
all of the people that I would want to cast Heal Wounds can't right now, so we're gonna... Now, I could be using it with her, but she can't actually get skill raises. I've confirmed that now, so since she can't get skill raises in that, it's silly to invest time into that. So the other thing that I'm going to do, because she literally has nothing she can do with this fire mana, she's going to blast light at the party over and over again, and that does not appear to have gotten her a single skill raise. So, that's too bad. I don't know if she can get a skill raise from that. I would hope so. Alright, so she's leveled up. She's now going to be the same level as everybody else. And we're going to give her strength and dex. This series demonic and undead creatures. So undead should presumably not be demonic, because that specifies the two, but it's possible that it hits both types because they're both flagged the same. So, I don't know. Hard to say. Okay, so... she's going to sit there taking damage from poison. We're going to go over here and try to use some of these petals.
Yes?
Lighter. So it looks like I do need that mystery potion.
I'm really torn up here, guys. Ah! Ah! Well, thank goodness that's behind me. Feel like myself again.
What now?
Why, it's locked.
One second, somebody's gonna call.
Why, it's locked.
Okay, sorry about that. And while we were doing that, we did not manage to get that open. I was hoping that me just like randomly clicking on those things would eventually get it open while I was on the phone, but no dice. Okay, so we need to figure out... So, I don't know if that person was telling the truth when they said that I needed 3 of those vines. I've only seen 1 of those vines, and I've searched this place up and down several times. I'm gonna try going back downstairs, I think. I don't know if I fully explored the previous area. I say downstairs, I actually mean down the elevator. Sleep well, Pascal. Let's see. You know what? I should actually just open this. Why did I sound like insects? They sound like flies.
I think it's locked.
So are these gonna stay friendly, or are they
Yes.
gonna turn hostile? Because it occurs to me that I don't really have the ability to blow them up with a big fireball yet.
I see ya!
Get him, boys!
So that has 19 HP.
If you say so. Sure.
And I did not realize that there was full frontal nudity in this game. I haven't actually gotten close enough to see what these things look like. Okay.
Taken care of.
So they both cast Razor Cloak. I don't know what that does. It presumably causes damage to people that attack them, but... Whoa!
Damn it! That plague is gone. Better look this way.
Bunch of miles skill levels? That's bullshit. So the question is... Oh! That sound wasn't them at all. That sound was these wasps. Where are the wasps? They're over there. I'm not gonna... Do I want to... You know what? Screw it. I don't care. I'm going after him. Now that I have an idea of how this whole thing works,
I'm on it.
I'm much more interested in getting my skill raises going, so... Die, wasp! Wow. Them Wakazashi hits. 1 damage. Oh shit, that was a lot of damage actually.
Very well. I'm on it. If you say so.
So the key is that the ones that are over there have no reason to try to come out here, because they're just as blocked in there as they are here. Like, they don't seem to have a mechanism for, oh, well, this is a place that is more likely to eventually lead to me being able to reach. So, from a practical standpoint, that just means
Very well. Very well.
that I'm gonna have... Oh no, that's not good. Those two are abreast of each other. Oh shit, she has no HP. That one has 12 HP left.
Very well. If you say so.
The problem with using a breath weapon for her is that she doesn't actually get skill out of it. So I'm actually going to have her attack instead.
Sure.
Take this.
Ooh, 4 hits.
Grab apples.
There we go. Stab it in the eye, stab it in the head. That is a lot of damage. I am very curious what that scales off of. Nice! That's exactly what I was hoping for. The gods have done exactly as I desired. It is glorious.
Take this.
Ooh, nice shot.
Take this.
So we are definitely... Ooh. Shit. Well. So, Aldrea gained dual weapons skill. She unfortunately did not gain any actual weapon skills. Oh shit. So there's one vile spider here.
Very well.
There we go. Got a hit. There we go. That's some bullshit. Okay, so anybody who... Sorlin is... and Korgrick are both in a dangerous position here.
If you say so.
I'm not feeling too hot here.
Fail. Sad. Need to turn off Steam notifications while I'm when I'm live.
Present?
Standing
So-
by. Most understood.
Present?
Yes?
Yeah? Present?
So we're gonna heal our rogues back up. We're just stumbling around blind. Yeah, this spider is serious business.
Ailment has abated.
So he's no longer blind.
Very well.
That's not good at all. One thing that's actually really sad is that part of what I'm trying to do with my party is train up their skills. Right? Which requires that I actually be able to use them. And it's a lot harder to use your skills when you're paralyzed. So I feel lighter. I'm gonna jump off.
I think
Just wanted to check. Just checking. Okay, so I didn't suspect that that was what was gonna need to happen.
kicked it. Feeling a lot better.
My guess is that when I use the potion, the
That plague is gone.
which I might have to make. I don't. Oh! Wait, what? So I can take this multiple times? This is the same spot. So I just wait for it to respawn again?
That's better. That feeling passed, but I'm still not myself yet. That feeling passed, but I'm still not myself yet. Well, thank goodness that's been.
Okay. So that was weird. I was able to take another vine from the same spot that I've already taken a vine from. I'm gonna go downstairs. And look around there for a bit, and then come back up. But I might actually just go down there, and then immediately come back up. Also, holy shit, Singapore is hot when you're blocked off from your AC by a gigantic mattress.
Locked.
Okay, this is a place that we haven't gone to.
Standing
What
by.
now? I do not like the look of it.
Let's inspect this trap and hopefully not blow it up. That is a involved trap. is a stunner.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm going to pop back in here and see what's down here. Anything interesting? I'm gonna talk.
We shall utterly obliterate them.
Okay, so we got wolf spiders. Yeah, these are weak. Like, really weak. I was expecting some of them to get closer to me than that. Alright, so we're gonna need to just blow our breath weapons.
If you say so. Sure.
Or just use a single breath weapon to blow them both up. Oh, hello. Tarnished mail. This is terrible looking.
I think I kicked it. Feeling a lot better.
Hey, it's a cloak!
Present.
This is the first cloak that I've seen this entire game. That is a non-cursed forest cape. Usable only by rangers, it looks like.
An extraordinary find.